It looks like Jaron Ennis is getting exactly what he was hoping for. Of course, Boots had his fight back in November in Philadelphia in a fight that wasn't that great. Obviously, it was the rematch against Karen Chukinzania, I believe. If I messed up the last name, excuse me, but had that performance in Philly where he didn't look great, got hit, wasn't able to stop Karen in the rematch. And he proclaimed afterwards in the post fight interview, maybe it's time for me to go to 154.
If we can get one of these guys and stop playing, we just make it happen, but if not, yeah, 54, here I come.
Everyone's like, oh, hey, that's fine with us because the fights are being made at 54 right now. Going into it, a little after that fight between him and Virgil Ortiz looks like it's on the table, looks like everything's going smoothly, and then all of a sudden, Boots pulls out, in which a lot of people were saying was a duck. And whether or not you want to say it was a duck or was not a duck, that's up for you to decide. But it did look shady. But Boots made one thing clear, him and his promoter now, Eddie Hearn, they said, we want to unify at 47. Which, myself, I think it is time for Boots to go to 54, but if he thinks he can stay at 47, let him do it. Get the belts at 47, and he said, that's what I want to do. Well, with news today, it looks like Boots is going to get that wish as him versus Eimantas Stanionis has been scheduled for April 12th, a fight between those two, scheduled for April 12th in Atlantic City. And this is a move that Boots wanted and a really big fight for Boots' career. This is a prove-it fight. Before we get into talking about the fight specifics, make sure you hit this like button, comment below. Are you excited for this fight? And of course, hit that subscribe button to the Never Drop podcast. But back to Boots versus Stanionis. This is a good fight. This is a really good fight. As Stanionis he's not going to get the casual fans into it, but real boxing fans, they know Stanionis is a very good fighter. And at 47, I think this was the best fight to make for Boots. I think this matchup was exactly what it needed. It's going to be on the East Coast for Boots. I believe he fought Romain Villa in Atlantic City 2 years ago. So I think this is going well for Boots. This is a prove-it fight. This is a prove-it fight for Boots because his first two fights with Matchroom against David Avanesian and then obviously the Karen rematch, not good. People gave him a pass for the David Evanesian fight because he was out for over a year, right around a year. And people were like, okay, still got him out of there before Terrence Crawford did, to give him credit. But could have looked better. But we'll give him some props because, you know what, hadn't fought in a year. Boots, then, obviously, I just mentioned the Karen fight, did not look good in that fight. No ifs, ands, or buts about that one. He didn't look good in that fight. It was probably the worst case scenario other than him actually taking a loss in that fight because his stock plummeted. And then obviously with the Virgil Ortiz deal, he lost a lot of the fans, or the fans' thoughts about Boots, because Boots thought the boogeyman going into that Karen rematch, he was the guy. Hey, this is the guy that could beat Terrence Crawford, and now everyone was thinking, what did we see in this dude? And then after the Virgil Ortiz, oh, this guy's a duck. He doesn't even want to fight real competition. So this is a huge fight for Boots. Stanionis is no joke. To get another belt at 47 is huge. And for Boots, if he didn't get a unification belt at 47, then a lot of people were going to be really on his case, both him and Eddie Hearn, because they pulled out of that Virgil Ortiz fight for unifications at 47. So to have this fight is big for not only his career, but big in the ring because, again, he's got to prove to the people, hey, I'm the Boots that you saw against Romain Villa early in my career. I'm not the one that was getting hit way too much against Karen Chukazan back in November. I'm the one who has good defense and power. We got to see that with Boots. And Stanionis is no joke. I mean, I still am upset we never got the Stanionis versus Virgil Ortiz fight. I believe that was 2023 or either late 2022 or 2023. Just kept getting, either guy was getting injured. Virgil ended up passing out week of the fight. Said, all right, now I'm going up to 54. So I'm happy Stanionis is finally getting a real opportunity. He's a belt holder at 47. So good for Stanionis. Is this going to be a good fight? But for Boots, this is interesting because it looks like Turki Alalshikh is kind of mapping out Jaron Boots Ennis' roadmap for the next few years, or the next year at least. So first, this fight will happen. Boots would get a strap if he wins. Obviously, this is all if he wins. He'd get a strap at 47. Another one. That'd be two. Then they're saying Teofimo Lopez is going to move up from 40 to 47, and he would take on Jaron Boots Ennis on the same card as the Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia rematch. Okay. There was rumors, talks, slight talks. I never really believed them that Tio and Boots something might happen there. Tio was challenging him. I believe Boots was like, yeah, we'll take it, which I think now would have been bad if he would have taken that fight now instead of Stanionis, because you're bringing up a 40-pounder when you said you wanted to stay at 47 for unifications. It would have been a bad look. But Tio's all about getting up, moving up for these big fights. And so it sounds like Boots wins in April. They make Lopez versus Boots in October. That's when Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia rematch would be. And remember this, because this plays a huge factor in it. Devin versus Ryan, number 2, is going to be at 147. So the winner of that fight between Devin Ryan and Tio and Boots, the winners would face each other. That's what Turki Alalshikh is planning. He wants kind of a tournament style where the winner of Ryan versus Devin and the winner of Tio versus Boots will end up facing each other. I'd assume it would have to be 2026 because that fight would be in October. Wow. I mean, like, there's no other words to say that, because these things are happening like this. They are happening with a snap of a finger, and Turki Alalshikh is getting what he wants, which is incredible for the sport. I mean, I love the kind of tournament style. You got to win here, you got to win, and then we'll get these big matches. I love it. But for Boots Ennis, how long does he stay at 47? Because I don't think he can stay at 47 into mid 2026. I really only saw him making one unification bout at 47, because I just don't think his body will allow him to continuously make 47. It's kind of just progression. You got to get up to 54 at some point. And I think Boots is sooner rather than later. So, of course, he's making the Stanionis fight now. But, geez, in October, a whole, 10 months from now, for Boots to get down to 147 again. And then the winner, if he beats Tio, 47 against Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia. Obviously, those guys might go up, but I don't think so, because they're just new to 147. Boots has been at 147. So that's my biggest issue. Not issue, but kind of, okay, slow down on everything. Obviously, Boots is going to have to do what's best for his career. And if he needs to go to 54, he's got to go to 54. But, whew, I mean, this news is just coming and going. Like, it's rattling off as a boxing fan. This is incredible. Again, let's recap this. Boots versus Stanionis. That's not confirmed from the fighters, but it sounds legit. Sounds confirmed everywhere else other than the fighters posting that they've officially signed the contract. That's happening April 12th in Atlantic City. And then October, the plan is, early plans, of course, Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney rematch. Teofimo Lopez versus Boots Ennis on the same card. Winners of both of those fights fight each other. Losers would also fight each other. That's what Turki's cooking up right now. He is on a roll, as these fights are just boom, 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 boom. It's fun. It's a fun time to be a boxing fan. And if you're not, man, hop on the bandwagon right now, because this is a great time for the sport. A great, great time. These matchups that we would have never thought would happen are not only happening, but they're happening at a very fast rate. This, again, I'm super excited. I can't wait. But first, Boots has got to get past Stanionis, and that's no easy task for Boots. Stanionis is a very quality opponent. Stanionis is trying to make a name for himself. He's had those chances taken from him against Virgil Ortiz, just not being able to get in the ring. If he's able to get in the ring, Stanionis versus Boots is going to be a great fight. Make sure you comment below. Are you excited for not only Boots versus Stanionis, but kind of the roadmap Turki's laying out for Boots? What do you think? Do you think, geez, if we got Ryan Garcia versus Boots or Devin Haney versus Boots, that would be incredible. And obviously, Teofimo Lopez is sitting right in the middle of it. Let me know if you're a fan of the roadmap Turki Alalshikh is leading for Boots Ennis. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for the Never Drop podcast. I got all your boxing content, man. Go look at my other 2 videos. Terrence Crawford versus Canelo happening. Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney, that rematch got made. Just boxing news after boxing news. Make sure you subscribe for all the latest content here on boxing. I'm keeping you up to date. It's been the Never Drop Podcast. That's all I got for you today. Peace. I'm out.